Well, we've seen it all too often. Firefighters spraying water on a house with flames shooting from the roof.
The biggest danger to you during a fire is the smoke. Crews have just minutes to get into a house and get you out of those toxic gases. Tonight, KWQC's Elizabeth Goodsitt takes us to fire school, where the focus is on smoke and water.
All you can hear is your equipment and your own labored breathing. All you can see is black. This is the environment firefighters work in every day.
These guys earn their money every day.
Our class will spend just minutes in it, going through the fire safety house. In this scenario, we have to rescue a victim on the floor somewhere in the smoke.
You're going to go in and you're going to stay to your left, okay?
It sounds easy enough, but just opening the door to get in shows you what a different world this is.
It's hard to see. It definitely is. It's dark and it's very smoky.
And in just moments,
Come on back.
some are disoriented.
One hand on the wall, one hand on the floor.
2 by 2, we go through the trailer, constantly communicating with our partner. Left hand on the wall, right hand sweeping the floor, looking for our victim.
All the way up as high as you can reach, all the way down.
This is what the search looks like through the lens of a thermal imaging camera. When crews are blinded by smoke, this lets them see through it, seeing heat instead of light. People who may be unconscious or hot spots about to flare. Without that,
Follow that around.
we can only feel our way until each crew rescuing the victim, then working our way back down the stairs on our hands and knees, back into the light of day.
Nice job.
Ready to get out of this gear and put on a different kind of suit.
I don't put my gloves on, right?
No.
This is what crews wear on hazardous materials calls. Gloves, boots, a breathing mask, and a face shield.
Your vision isn't what you want it to be. You've got obstructions and water barreling down on top of you. It makes it a challenge.
Our challenge, to stop these leaks.
The easiest way is if you can find a valve.
But if you can't, you use whatever tools are available. For us, golf tees did the trick on some of the smaller leaks. But this one gave almost everyone trouble.
We were trying to get the clamp put on the rubber piece to make the leak stop, and the clamp was not cooperating.
And during the entire exercise,
I can't get the thing in there.
water, simulating hazardous materials, is spraying face shields and leaking down wrists, arms, and more, giving us an idea of how much more a firefighter's job entails.
This has given me a greater appreciation for what they do.
One that will grow as class goes on. In Davenport, Elizabeth Goodsitt, KWQC TV6 News.
Before firefighters can knock down flames, they have to get to the fire. As fire school continues tonight at 10, we get behind the wheel of a fire truck and show you how crews get you out of a truck or car if you are trapped after an accident.
Instructors say it is the class students enjoy the most, auto extrication.
The city of Davenport has come a long way since the 1970s, when crews back then used a Dodge van and a set of tools to rescue victims trapped in their cars.
KWQC's Elizabeth Goodsitt tears apart trucks and drives them at fire school.
Haven't you always wondered what it would be like to drive one of these?
That's why I signed up for the class, is because I wanted to drive big trucks.
And this night, each of us will get behind the wheel, put on a pair of headsets, listen to last-minute instructions, and
All right, we ready? Okay.
drive a fire truck. Our goal, to navigate these orange traffic cones without knocking any over.
You forget you have all that behind you, all that length is behind you. But
The truck is 36 feet long, and for us, the cones are more than 42 feet apart, 10 feet farther than they are when firefighters have to do this, forward and backward. And while some cut it close, most of us sail through this slalom course.
Okay.
Good job.
Woohoo! That's pretty fun. Can I honk the horn?
Yeah, right in the middle of the steering wheel.
I had a good time. I'd do it again.
Out here, but most agree out on the road in traffic and weather would be a different story.
It's not too bad in this big space, but when you've got to be out there and you've got to go fast, I bet it would be quite hard to drive.
Many times crews driving these trucks are on their way to help other drivers. Of 15,000 calls in Davenport each year, 1,500 are car accidents. 125 of those require extrication.
Just that back little corner of the fire department there, you're looking at around $30,000.
Most of these engines carry a cutter.
We can cut about 1.5 inch piece of round steel with that.
A spreader.
And literally have the capability of lifting up a cement truck.
And hydraulics to power it all.
This is our environment.
It's a tough one. Rain mixes with sweat on firefighters' faces as they strain to get the job done. But at the same time, it's a job they love.
Oh, it's fun. It is. I know what you're all going, looks like fun. It is fun. Oh, I'm 47, never grew out of it.
Good thing, because this travels the country teaching auto extrication to firefighters.
Which means
and now to our class.
See how everything kind of breaking and cracking and flying?
And if tearing apart a car isn't tough enough, holding onto the equipment is a job in itself. The spreader weighs just 45 pounds, but it feels like much more, and it's more difficult than you'd think to maneuver.
I'm sweating right now. It was work, but it was worth it. If they were in a true emergency scene trying to get somebody out of there, I can't imagine the adrenaline rush you'd be feeling to get that human life out of that car and do what they're doing.
Something Caprice Berry has seen from the other side, from the inside. A dozen years ago, she had to be pulled from a car after an accident.
To see something like this and see what they have to go through to tear these things apart and get somebody out, it's amazing.
In the coming weeks, we'll see Elizabeth and the class tackle the final big task there, putting out a house fire. That's when fire school continues.